don't know what we saw. The point is, it's still here.
Cloverfield is a movie about regret. Now, don't get me wrong, we definitely have monsters. We definitely have a city being destroyed and soldiers everywhere. But without a doubt, Cloverfield is a movie about regret. Let me explain. To start off, Cloverfield is a found footage film, so we get the most exclusive view of the movie through the eyes of our characters. When the movie starts out, it's with Beth and Robert in their apartment in New York. They're laying in bed and they're having fun. And then it transitions to some of their friends out in public, and what they are doing is prepping for Robert's going away party because he's moving to Japan.
Japan? What's happening in Japan? Why is she going to Japan?
Later on, it switches us over to the party, and Robert is asking,
Hey, hi, do you know if Beth's coming tonight?
Yeah, I guess. I'm sure Lily invited her. Why wouldn't she be here?
Keep in mind, at the beginning of the movie, we saw clips of them in their condo together happily. So it would stand to reason as why we, the viewer, would not assume that she wouldn't be there.
He's got a point.
When she arrives, it's with a random dude. Jason, Robert's brother, is like,
Who the fuck is that guy right there? That fucking guy right there.
Nobody knows who this random loser is. So they get up, they go walk up and talk to him, do their introductions. And you can tell from this interaction right here that both Robert and Beth are completely uncomfortable, and her boy toy, or whatever he is just socially awkward and out of place. From this, we can already assume that they broke up, and it's probably recent, and it doesn't help the fact that she's there for Robert's going away party while she's with her new man.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Hudson, the one who's currently giving us our found footage and filming the party, he's asking everyone for their going away message, and he finally gets to Beth. Throughout this entire scene, when she's giving her message, she's not looking at the camera, she's completely uncomfortable, so she is extremely conflicted on what she should say and what she shouldn't say. Now, while she's filming her going away message, Robert finds them, pulls Beth aside so they can talk, and of course, our boy Hudson, famous filmographer, is naturally filming their discussion, which is not a discussion and is more of an argument.
Stop filming us like this!
This time I want to see it.
They see him, they tell him to get scram, and Hudson and everyone else is trying to figure out what's going on. Come to find out, Beth and Robert, when they were together,
Rob and Beth totally had sex together.
I knew it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. This is extreme.
and since he's moving to Japan, he didn't tell her goodbye, he didn't talk. He just hit it and quit it, if you will.
Oh, he's nasty.
And then did not have any conversation with her after that point. So they give us this scene where Hawk and Robert are talking outside on the staircase about, how Beth is too good for him and he's essentially being an asshole and not communicating and talking to her before he leaves, which I think we can all agree is probably something that he should have done.
You're an asshole.
While they're having this discussion, there's a loud boom. They go back inside, they turn on the news, and they say that something is going on in the city. And they're like, hey, let's go up on the rooftop. We can probably see it. Come to find out, when they get up on the rooftop, there's a huge explosion that forces them to go back inside and take cover. Also, I should note, now that the city is under attack, the last thing that Robert said to Beth was,
Good luck in Japan.
Good luck tonight, Travis.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
So that's the last thing that he said to her. So back to the attack. So they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to get out of the city. They walk on the bridge and we have our first regret moment, which is kind of ironic because it isn't initially about Beth, but it builds up to that. So while they're on the bridge walking, Beth calls him, they stop, and he's trying to, figure out what she's saying. Now his brother, Hawk, is way down there. He tries to climb a pole, figure out what's going on. And his girlfriend, Lily, is like, look out, look out. He looks up, he's gone. So that's the first regret for both her boyfriend and Hawk's brother, Robert.
I wasn't ready for dying that day.
So once they get off the bridge and they're safe deeper back into the city, they're both in shock. And everyone's checking up on Robert and Lily. And what is the first thing that he does? He runs into the tech store that's being robbed throughout all of this chaos. And he's not looking to steal a TV. He is trying to find another phone. That way he can reach Beth to figure out what she was saying. He's finally able to get a hold of her through a voice message that she'd left. And she's basically saying,
Hey, stop! Wait!
Please keep it here. Live from New York City.
and so now he has his second wave of regret. First is his brother dying. Now his girlfriend is in some type of trouble. So number one, he still clearly has feelings for her, and he doesn't care what's going on in the city with all this bad. And he decides that he's going to go back in and try to save her. Now, initially, after they leave the tech store on the way to Beth's place, they end up, of course, running into the monster and get caught in between the fight of the monster and the army. So they end up going beneath the subway.
Worst run of bad luck since Richard Nixon.
While they're stuck there, Robert's mom calls and asks how they're doing, if they're okay. And of course, he has to break the news about his brother. So that just reopens up that extremely fresh wound. And, he breaks down, Lily's breaking down, and it's not a good situation. And he's over there just pondering like, damn, I just lost my brother. I might lose Beth now. And, he's essentially reflecting on what he has said to her, because the last thing that he said was,
Good luck tonight, Travis.
Shit.
That's not Beth's place, is it? Is that Beth's apartment? Rob, is that her place? Tell me that's not her place.
That's your place, yeah.
We are so fucked.
so what they have to do is they have to climb up the supporting building onto its rooftop in order to reach her place and then go back down to wherever her apartment is.
Do you hear yourself? Gabriela, this is crazy!
Now, when they actually get to her place is completely destroyed. She's impaled with a crowbar. He thinks that he's dead. He's freaking out, right? Thank goodness she's still alive. They rescue her and they try to get out of there successfully. And I do say try because she is injured, and keep in mind, the city is actively under attack. Now, from this point on, it's about them trying to survive, get out of the city, and at the last moment from this movie, it's just Beth and Robert. They are the two sole survivors. Everyone else has been killed in some type of fashion. And so we get a scene where they're underneath one of the bridges before the bombs go off in order to destroy the monster. And Robert is still continuing to film this because earlier they say, hey, somebody has to document what's going on here so that people know.
People need to know.
Beth is crying. He's freaking out, trying to keep his composure. And once the bomb goes off, they both say to each other, I love you.
Look at me, Beth! Look at me! Look at me! I love you!
I love you!
And after that, it transitions to a clip of them on a Ferris wheel by the beach, all happy and nice, because while they're recording this on this video cam, it's still using the same cassette and it's been tainted. So throughout this movie, there's a mix of old footage and current footage from what's going on in the city. So Cloverfield starts off with them both being happy and ending with them being happy. Though granted, of course, both pieces of footage are not from the night of the attack. They are from previous times. And so back to the main point. How is this a movie about regret? It is beautifully masqueraded as a movie on the subject of regret. And I do say beautiful because it's a found footage film. And you have to keep in mind, for found footage films, as I said earlier, for this specific particular type of genre, we are seeing things from the perspective of the characters in a way that we normally don't, because it's genuinely from their points of view. The camera is shaking, it's everywhere, all of the shots are shoddy. And that's what really allows us to be embedded in the story and sell the story of regret, which is essentially what overtakes Robert's entire night. Yes, sure, the city's being destroyed, he's losing friends, but he is having sole regret for what he has done to Beth and the last thing that he says, which is why the entire night he's trying to save and rescue Beth. This is my analysis of Cloverfield, my first video essay, if you will. It probably sucked, but I'm not gonna lie. Originally, I wasn't gonna do it because I couldn't find, a set theme or anything as to what I could talk about for Cloverfield, but then I saw that component and I was like, you know what, let me try this out. So with that being said, this is my first video essay, video analysis, if you will. So let me know if I did an okay job, decent job, and what your thoughts are on the movie. It was the first found footage film that I was introduced to, and at the current time of me, making this in 2025, I think the movie holds up remarkably well, and it will stand the test of time. Thank you for watching.